Hello everyone, I'm Alyssia. I am the Senior Event Content Manager for Ecommerce Expo and Technology for Marketing. We're here again with another kind of episode where we talk to some of our speakers that are going to be at the show this year on the 23rd and 24th of September at the Excel in London. I am going to pass over to Yathu, who will introduce himself.
Oh, hi, Alicia. Thank you. Hi, I'm Yathu Kanagaratnam, leading technology and AI strategy at Goddiva. We are an online fashion retailer focused on occasion wear. And over the past few years, we have been heavily investing into AI to drive real business outcomes, from improving customer confidence to reducing returns and increasing conversion.
Amazing. And I know we're going to talk a little bit about those kind of returns bits and bobs in a bit. But first, Yathu, I want to talk a little bit about your career. So you've kind of led transformation across lots of different regions and roles. Has there kind of been a defining moment for you that's kind of shaped how you approach AI strategy today?
Well, for me, it's always been the defining moment for me was seeing how dramatically AI reduced the time from idea to execution and how quickly that translated into like real business impact. So for us, it's always about because we are a fast fashion, even though occasion wear, I would say we are a fast fashion business. What happens is like it's from idea to execution. Even if it's some styles, we need to like design, like if it's an event is happening or anything like that, we would like to design some inspiration styles. So it's like always quick, quick, quick. We need to do this, we need to do that, and things like that. So in terms of the AI development or anything, where it would take us 3 months to build something, to build 3 months, where we are able to do it in 3 weeks. And also, it's not about building it, but we are able to release it to the market, release it to the customers in our e-commerce website, or if we take our internal teams and we are able to see the results from that. So let's say if it's something to do with our website and if it's something to do with our customers, one of the examples I would give is we launched AI chatbot last year. And then we could already see the customers, if they are coming to ask about returns labels or returns queries, or does this garment stretch, or is there going to be any things, our AI systems, which we have built and released, it was answering all the parts. And what happening was the customer service team pressure was going down, and the number of tickets, which used to be very high, has come down. And also we could also see the conversion on the sales as well. So for me, that's the defining moment where it would take months or years to build a vast system or anything like that. We are able to do it in a quick, shorter time, and AI is helping to do that. So for me, from my position, I would be like, okay, I'm thinking I want this to be delivered like now, now, now. But even though it's not getting delivered now, but the time has shrinked, but it is also helping to deliver results. Not only the project, but it is bringing us results. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. I feel like a lot of brands feel quite similar as well, or a lot of businesses in general. But yeah, so you, by the sounds of it as well, you you have worked very closely with kind of founders, but then also commercial leaders. Firstly, could you tell me a little bit more about that work, but also how that kind of has influenced the way you balance innovation with kind of like real business outcomes and measurement?
Yes, sure. I've had the privilege of working with different founders and also different verticals as well, like where I have been in the industry for 15 years in the fashion, but I also work in retail, supermarket, groceries, that side of the business as well, and still implement AI there. But what I would, for today's session, I would talk about the fashion. In our business, we have two directors, founder and directors. One is a good mix, actually. We have a finance director and we have creative director. So what happens is our finance director, he is always on, okay, this is all great. You're building these apps, you're bringing this AI. Yes, the process is faster and things like that. But what is the ROI? And did it increase the sale? Did it increase the profit margin? Did it save us money? That's what the part is. On the other hand, we have a creative director where she is more on, okay, can we get some inspiration? Can we get this into looking into different fabrics? Can we actually mix and match in different styles and things like that? And she's more on how we can make it better to design new styles and things like that. So and also I also work with different departments, whether let it be finance team or warehouse team or with a sales team, marketing team. So it's all about, for me personally, working with the founders and directors, it's always about, yes, these are great, but as a small business or a medium business ourselves, is it helping to increase the sales? Is it helping to increase the ROI? Is it helping to cut down on anything what we have been doing consistently or repetitively? Is it actually helping to make it better? So working with them, that's, I think with the apps, what we have in real world right now, I think there are thousands of apps. We can all sit and try different things. But the main thing would be is, as a business, is it helping to make money? Or is it helping to give the customers that a greater experience or a different experience? Are they able to find the products quicker than where they would sit and search for longer hours? And this is all will lead to either saving the time for the customers or for our businesses. Even so, at different levels, whether it's with founders or head of departments, it's always about the results for us. So within our business, and to be honest with you, we always build anything and everything based on the results. So is it going to by building this report AI report generator, or by building this new module with the help of AI or implementing AI, is it actually getting us better results? So I think that perspective of how they see things, how they want to see things, has helped me build systems, build AI agents targeting the results based rather than just building it and testing it or anything. So that actually helped me build better systems with results focused.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it gives you a really good focus. Um, so talking a little bit more about your kind of role specifically, I know we've talked about it a lot already, but there's a lot of kind of AI experimentation in fashion, but not all of it, like we were literally just saying, not all of it kind of drives revenue. So how do you decide or discover which use cases at Goddiva were actually like kind of worth investing in? How did you do that before you had the proof of that revenue already coming in? How did you kind of decide which kind of experimentation pieces to do, if that makes sense?
Yeah. So because as I said earlier, the end result before we start anything, it needs to be either we increase the sales or we save time for the team employees. Either it's sales or the time. Okay, so our end goal, we always set it up very clearly before we start on anything. So one of the best case study I would give here is our returns rate is around 75%, and on marketplaces it's around 80%. So if we sell 100 dresses, 75 to 80 pieces come back. So the cost of shipping, I mean, when an order comes, the pick, pack, and then the bag, polythene bag, and things like that, and then to print that label, package, ship it, and then when the return comes, the cost involved and things like that, it's huge, humongous. And where we are in occasion where, and that's general. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to first look into the biggest area where it returns. So we want to analyze, and we know for a fact, even if we reduce it by 1% in the entire turnover, what we have, it's going to have a big impact in our gross margin or gross profit, whatever it is. So then that's what we identified to do. That's the one of the important things. So because some of the tasks might be like we have to impact 10% or 12%, but here, even if it's 1% impact on a positive side, it's going to help us on the returns coming down, and then it's going to affect the profit margin, etc. So that's how we decided that we identified. Of course, we have like top 10 things or issues where we could implement AI and help it. But this is how we identify the issues first, and then we implemented AI because we have the data for last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. We implemented AI and to understand what is the reason, what like why customers are returning it. We wanted to get an in-depth. We were doing it before, but not at a level where AI could do it. So now we are able to analyze it based on sleeveless, or whether it's a V-neck, or whether it's maxi, or whether it's fabric type, scuba crepe, or any other things are. And we can go into even details like whether we are getting more returns with zip or without zip, or even to a level of if it's flat stitched, like the end, the hem is finished nicely, or if it's with raw finishing. And we could go into a detailed of minute detail, and we are able to see the reporting. And not only that, with that, we change product descriptions on the website. We pass the details to the AI chatbot, which is helping the customers in the real time. We give the data to our design team, and what the design team will do is where we are having bigger returns is on size 12, 14, we found out within our business. And then what we are doing is for certain sizes, we are trying to put shearing at the back. So it will give that little stretch and things like that. And what we could do is we can instantly, when we release that new first batch of production in the style, AI is analyzing it. Is it helping to, is it based on that change? Is it helping to reduce returns? And yes, it has. And we don't have to wait for 6 months or 8 months or anything. And we are able to track it. And with the AI prediction, is it helping? And AI is asking questions to the users who have coming back, purchasing their product. And we are able to collect data and use it. So this is a perfect example of how we have identified the problem, and how did we implement the AI, and how is it helping us. And you will be surprised. We have reduced the returns by 4 to 4.5%. And this is from last 6 to 8 months. And that's for us, it's going to be in, I would say, like if it goes like that, we would be like saving in millions.
Yeah, that's incredible. That was going to be my next question, was specifically around your kind of returns, because I know that's something you're going to be talking about a little bit about at the show as well. I think
And
that's,
sorry to interrupt.
yeah,
What
go
I'm
on.
going to do is I'm going to show at the show with real examples, real data, and the real screenshots and things like that. I'll be doing it like a proper case study with facts, figures,
Yeah.
and real data. So anyone
Yeah.
who's going to come there, they'll be able to see it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. It's amazing how like it's really a lovely case study of where you've integrated AI and it's affected everything from the customer service through to changing like the products and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing. Um, so moving a little bit around into the kind of, we're talking a little bit more around like markets and channels. So you're scaling AI across markets and channels. What breaks first, do you think? And this is speaking, I guess, more generally. What do you think breaks first when brands try to do this, and how kind of do you avoid it?
A good question, and a perfect thing would be like last year we went into German market.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you two scenarios. And now next week we are shipping our first shipment to India, and we are entering into India market. I'll quickly give you a perfect example. Germany, it's easy because we used to have a history of trading with German and European countries, wholesale, retail, and everything. But the amazing fact was we had amazing sell-through rate. It was fantastic. The moment we launched in one of the marketplaces in Germany, but we had almost 90% returns rate. So
Really?
we were so happy. Oh my God, this is an amazing sell-through. We never had it even in UK. So it was amazing, fantastic. But we then, when we looked into the data, it was the customer loved it, but when they got that fabric or when they got to see the fabric, the garment in real, they were not satisfied or they were not because they were having different perspective, different ideas and things like that. So for us, then we had to like immediately take a step back and to understand the customer buying behavior, what are they looking for, and we have to like go into so much detail to understand. So here the products which were not even selling in UK were the best sellers there. So
Mm.
the customer buying perspective is very different, even though it's Germany or even we sell through different European countries as well. And another thing would be because of all the new tariffs and new rules importing duty. But actually, we are taking the help from AI to simply understand what it is and make better decisions. But with India, for us, before we go into the amount of certifications, the amount of compliances, for example, it's huge. The amount of before we could even ship the goods. So two different markets, but there we are able to understand the pricing, and there are different brands selling different products. So the competition is much higher. So the focus for us was to understand the competition first in India and to
Mhm.
analyze. But thankfully, again, with the help of AI, we are able to run through reports, pricing analysis, and understand the market better. Where it would take months to do analysis, we are able to do it in 1 day or 2 day, get the report, make decisions, and things like that. So I think I would say different markets, different regions, different challenges, but I can't say okay the same issues or same results will the impact in India or it can be the same. No, it is totally different. As you go into each market, each different region, you should be able to ready to see the problems coming. But thanks to the AI, what we have recently, I think we can make better decisions and resolve the problems quicker, and we can go into those markets.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Yeah, it's so interesting because we talk a lot about expanding like globally at Ecommerce Expo, and I think it's so tricky to kind of do one session on kind of expanding internationally because you almost need a session for every individual country because every culture and stuff is just so different. So I think it's fascinating. But talking a little bit more, I guess diving into session specific bits and pieces. So virtual try-ons are something that have been talked about for years. You guys at Goddiva have virtual try-ons, which is really cool. Um, what did you guys have to do with your data and product catalog to make sure it worked and make sure it was kind of like viable for your business?
So it's a great question, Alicia. Like, because for years, everyone has been talking about virtual try-on, different things, but at the entry level, it was okay. And even for us, the biggest problem was before, like 2, 3 years back or before pandemic, when we wanted to introduce something like that on our website. It wasn't on a set fee or a monthly fee or anything like that. It was more on the traffic which comes to the site. So
Mhm.
for us, where we have millions of visitors coming into the site on a monthly basis, the cost has always been very high, super high. So we couldn't install something like that in the past, and the amount of exactly like how you have asked, because we have to have proper data, all these things. So that was a big hurdle for us. But thanks to the AI, what we have done is we have structured the product data first. We have attributes behind that products to tag it accordingly, and then image wise also. And then what we have done is, and also the main important thing is, as you mentioned earlier, the GDPR and also the customer data, and then even the images. So we have to make sure not all the images are going to go to the AI network and things like that. So that was biggest challenge. And what we wanted to make sure was we wanted to tell our customers, guys, this is what it is, and these are by giving the permission, we will be using this image to pass it to the AI, these models and things like that. So we have to educate the customers first, not in detail or anything, because that's very important, because they might love to see it. And what happened was, it was then initially it was just simply changing the image, like the face, but that's not something which we wanted to give, because that's not going to help. It's your face and in someone else's body. You might be tall, you might be short, and that maxi, how it's going to look on you, that's the main factor which we wanted to break. So then we trained the model. And what happens is, let's say it's a maxi, and then let's say you're a short person, it will actually show you how it will look at the when you wear it, and it will take your body proportions accordingly, and then it will show you how you will exactly look into that. So it's not some traditional wear it on you and see it, but it actually, but some might be like, we might have a mini dress where if you're a tall person, and it actually you can see how it will look on you, rather than guessing it, or this is my, we didn't want to, because that you can do it with any AI tools. You can just simply say, I want to see how it is. And based on the attributes what we have, because what happens is when it's a fabric which has a little bit of elastin, it will stretch. It will give that space. So not necessarily you have to buy a size 10 or a 12. So with that data, we were able to tell and analyze and say, okay, this, you might be a size 10, but in this garment, you might purchase a size 8 if you want this to be fitting like a glove in your body or anything like that. Or if you want it to be like with breathing and like loose or anything, you could go for a size 10. So in that level, so as you said, to achieve these results, the amount of product attribution, product tagging, and all the data about the fabric, whether it's having that stretch, not stretch, and how the other customers are reacting it. Are we having returns because of size grading? Because it might be a perfect thing, but when it went to production, it did not follow the size grading accordingly, or it turned out size wrong or anything. So we implemented AI at each point, each level, to collect everything from different departments, I would say, within the backend, and then give that data. And with that data, it gives a precise results to the customer, and they can see how it will. So you also have the option to see everything in your self in our collection pages, or even in the product page. So it's going to make you decide better with all these datas and better decision. And instead of buying that garment and wear it and seeing it, you're actually seeing it like in a mirror of, oh, this is how it's going to look. Oh, this is how it's going to look. Okay, I don't want to buy this because it's going to be lengthier for me.
Yeah.
So this is what we were able to achieve, and this is what we have done with virtual try-on.
Yeah, fantastic. And I think also that feeds, like you touched on a little bit, feeds right into the kind of returns aspect of things as well, which all in all improves the whole customer experience. So yeah, fantastic. So I'm going to move into our kind of quick fire questions, Yathu, which are good fun.
You want me to be honest, or you want me to be for this?
That is totally up to you. I will not know either way. So, so firstly, how many unopened emails do you have in your inbox?
If you would have asked me in, let's say, I don't know, 2020, I would be saying 135 or 140 or anything. But now with all the AI tools which I use, to be honest with you, by the time I come into work, it's probably by 4 or 5 or anything, because I use the AI tools and segment it. If it's promotions, read it and keep it separate, and I get the understanding and anything important. So what deserves my attention is always open there. And then I get a gist of other things, because where the team involves me just to keep me in the loop. So I would say, like, normally now, if you ask me what's the time now, yeah, by now I think I might have 20.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And what's one tech trend that you're skeptical about?
Using and trying many AI tools without having an end goal.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool.
So that's what, for me, that's the fear, because when I introduced one of the AI tools to the team quickly, I told them, listen, you can generate 100 pages of reports, but that's not the goal. It needs to bring results. So for me, that's with the number of AI tools available, and without clear goal, that's the biggest problem. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what's one app you use every day?
Cloud now. Sorry, ChatGPT, but cloud AI right now. Yes.
Okay, cool. And biggest time waster you try to avoid?
Biggest time wasters I try to avoid. Um, my team sending too many new AIs in the market. Shall we try it? Shall we try it? Shall we try it?
Yeah,
So yeah,
fair. A brand that you admire outside of your industry?
Apple,
Apple, nice.
for the simplicity, and I think Apple simplicity. Yes.
Yeah, nice. Um, and then what keeps you motivated?
Seeing the systems getting built instantly, any systems. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the AI, I'm like very much motivated. By the morning, you give the idea to the team. By the evening, they are able to show me, okay, this is what it is. Not all the big systems, but smaller things, where it would take months. And from morning, when you come and tell the team by 9:30, 10, by 4 o'clock, they are like, here it is. So
Yeah.
that's amazing, and that's keeps me so much motivated.
Yeah, that speed and efficiency. Um,
100%.
yeah, so what's one small thing that you instantly think improves customer experience?
Giving them enough data, not too many data, but enough precise data to help make better decisions for them in their purchasing journey.
Nice. And then finally, what would you be doing if it wasn't leading in the kind of tech space within retail?
I think retail definitely, but without AI. I
Okay.
always loved, I think not in a bigger scale, but more of a convenience store or a news agent. I always been a big admirer of the small businesses. So definitely somewhere in that scale, but without the AI or tech. Yes.
Amazing. That's fantastic. Well, thank you, Yathu. That was such a lovely conversation, and it's really exciting to kind of hear everything that you guys are up to at Goddiva. I think you're in such an interesting spot, and I think by the time where are we now? We're in April, and I think by the time we get to September, I think you'll have even more info and developments and evolve, and in the business will have evolved even further. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, Yathu. And for everyone that's kind of watching, Yathu is going to be on at Ecommerce Expo on the 24th of September, so that's day 2. His session is currently scheduled for 11:45 to 12:10, and it's called From Hype to Revenue: How Goddiva Built AI That Cuts Returns, Builds Confidence, and Scales International Growth. So thank you so much, Yathu, and we will all hopefully see you at the show.
Thank you so much, Alyssia, for this amazing session. It was wonderful, and it's great to talk about it. And on the show, what I'm going to do is, as I mentioned earlier, not some typical presentations or not some typical things. I'm going to bring the real facts, figures with data and with real information. So whoever it is, whether you're a brand or whether you're going to be a supplier of AI products or anything like that. That's what you'll be able to see with real data, real information, real facts and figures. You'll be able to see, and that's what you'll be able to see there and hear it from me. And I look forward to the event.
Lovely. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you.